Welcome to ChapChat. Really excited to welcome to LCU today David Brooks, a columnist for the New York Times, best-selling author, regularly appears on NewsHour. Welcome, David. Really glad to have you at LCU today.
It's good to be at LCU.
We always ask guests 4 questions, and I'm going to do that today. The first question is, what's your favorite word and why?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the word joy, which is better than happiness. Happiness is good. Happiness happens when you achieve some of your goals, you get a promotion, your team wins the Super Bowl, and you feel yourself expanding. And joy is what happens when you lose track of yourself. When you're dancing with your friends and you're just part of the movement. When you're out with your friends and you're playing sports and you're just passing to each other in a basketball court and you forget yourself. When you're reading a book and you're in the book, you're not in yourself. Or a mother with her daughter just staring into each other's eyes, or somebody out in nature losing themselves, or with God. When you're not in yourself, you're in something larger than yourself.
I love that. That's so good. When you think about the future, there are lots of reasons as we look around to despair and to be concerned about the state of things and where the direction that whatever sector you want to talk about of our communities, the direction we're going. I wonder what gives you hope for the future.
Well, I teach on a college campus and I visit a lot of college campuses, and I bet if you put me in a room with the students here, I'd come away pretty hopeful.
Definitely.
And so that lifts me up. And the other thing is, I just have faith in human ingenuity. You know, we get into problems, but we generally figure it out. And so we create cultures that solve the problem of the moment. And right now we've got a lot of hatred and a lot of isolation, a lot of lashing out. We're not particularly nice to each other a lot of the time. But I have confidence we don't want to live that way, so we will shift. Yeah. And that's what the story of American history and the story of world history is.
Yeah. I love that. A sense of the human capacity for good. Yeah, that's a great source for hope.
Yeah, people figure stuff out. Yeah. That's my basic rule.
Good. Who's someone in your life that has inspired you? Who's been an inspiration for you? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, my first mentor was this guy, William F. Buckley, who was a very large personality. He was at the time the most famous columnist in America. He had TV shows. And one of the things he did was he lifted me out of nowhere. He gave a speech at my college and offered me a job in the speech, and that was something. Yes. But then he really served as a father figure to me for about 18 months. He took me out to yachting, which I'd never done, and to Bach concerts. He ripped apart my writing and put it back together. And what mentors do, one of the things they do is they just show you how to do the job, like the practical everyday parts of the job. And then they hold up a standard ideal. And I think young people don't want to be happiness, they want intensity. They want somebody to show them that something may be really hard, but it's worth working for. Yes. And so I would say Buckley sort of taught me how to be a public talker and writer.
Yeah, yeah. What a great story, the importance of mentoring. It's so perfect. Here we are on a college campus, and our students are all, whether they're looking for it or not, they all need someone that's going to step into their life and is going to provide them a kind of direction and path forward. Now, I wonder, as you think about all of our college students, here we are at Lubbock Christian University, we've got almost 2,000 students that study here every day. What would be a piece of advice, really, if you just wanted to tell them one thing, a piece of advice that you would give our students?
Yeah, overinvest in friendships. That one of my students said, you know, my life is about putting out fires. And sometimes if I have a test due, that's a fire. If I have apply to law school, that's a fire. My girlfriend is sometimes a fire, but my friends are never a fire. And so you should, even though they may not be an emergency, spend a lot of time with them and arrange some way to stay connected after college. Because it's very easy to let really good friends drift away. So you have to be super intentional in saying we're going to meet on the 3rd Monday in March every year, no matter where we are in the world. And that's the way to keep a friendship alive. I ran into somebody she said, I do aggressive friendship. And I really like that phrase, aggressive friendship.
That's good. You cannot have too many friends, and friendships take time and have to be nurtured and cultivated. Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much, David. We appreciate you coming to LCU, and thanks for being a part of ChapChat.
It's great to be in Lubbock.